Welcome. It's great to have you joining us today on English Rise podcast.
Hey, English learners. Welcome back to the English Rise podcast. This is your right place to learn easy English through real conversations and improve your life at the same time. I am Anna.
And I am Tom. Here, we help you speak English naturally by talking about real-life situations, things you actually experience every day.
Yeah, and today's conversation is something very simple, but also very important. It's about how we start our day.
Yeah, and it's interesting because most people don't really think about it. They just wake up, do a few things, and the day begins.
Exactly. But have you ever noticed some days feel stressful from the very beginning? Like you just woke up and already you feel a little tired, a little rushed, or even a bit confused?
Yes, I think that happens to a lot of people. And the strange thing is, nothing bad has happened yet. The day just started, but still something feels off.
Right. And sometimes you don't even know why. You just pick up your phone, check a few messages, maybe scroll a little, and suddenly you feel like you are already behind.
Yeah, and then the whole day starts like that. A bit fast, a bit messy, and not very clear.
So maybe the problem is not the whole day. Maybe it's just the way we start it.
I like that. Because if the start is calm and clear, the rest of the day usually feels better too.
Exactly. And in this conversation, we are not going to talk about some perfect morning routine, because honestly, most of those are not realistic.
Yeah, waking up at 5 a.m., doing 10 different things, that doesn't work for everyone.
Yeah. Instead, we'll just talk about real life, simple habits, and small changes that can actually make your morning feel better.
And also understand why mornings feel stressful in the first place. Because once you understand that, it becomes much easier to change things.
So if you enjoy these kinds of real and simple conversations, you can subscribe to the channel.
And now, let's talk about what really happens at our mornings and why so many people feel rushed without even knowing the reason.
Yeah, I think that's the most confusing part. Like, sometimes I wake up and I already feel a little tired or stressed, even if I slept enough.
I get that. And it's not always because of sleep. Sometimes it's just the feeling you start your day with.
Exactly. And then, without thinking much, I just pick up my phone, check messages, maybe scroll a little, and suddenly my mind feels full.
Yeah, and once your mind feels full that early, the rest of the morning doesn't feel calm anymore.
Right. And then everything starts to feel a bit rushed. Even small things, like getting ready or having breakfast.
I think that's because there's no clear start. You just jump into random things, and your brain is trying to catch up.
That makes sense. It's like you're already reacting to things, instead of starting your day in your own way.
Exactly. You're not really choosing your morning. Your morning is choosing you.
That actually sounds very true. Because most days, I don't even think, what do I want to do first? I just do whatever comes in front of me.
Yeah, and that's where the problem begins. Not in a big way, but slowly in small moments.
And the strange thing is, it feels normal. Like we don't even question it.
Exactly. But when you look at it closely, those first few minutes are actually very powerful.
Yeah, and I think most people don't realize that. We treat the morning like it's just another random part of the day, but it actually sets the tone for everything that comes next.
That's true. And if you think about it, the first thing many people do is check their phone. It feels small, but it changes your whole mindset.
Yeah, because you're not starting with your own thoughts. You're starting with other people's messages, notifications, or social media. It's like your brain doesn't get any quiet time.
Exactly. And when your brain doesn't get that calm start, it becomes reactive. You're just responding to things instead of thinking clearly.
And that's probably why we feel a little lost sometimes, like we're doing things, but we're not really in control.
Yes, and another thing is there's no clear plan. You wake up, but you don't really know what matters today, so you just move from one thing to another.
Right. And then later in the day, you feel like, I was busy, but I didn't really do anything important.
Yeah, that feeling is very common, and it usually starts in the morning, not in the afternoon.
That's interesting, because we always blame the whole day. We say today was not productive or I wasted time, but maybe the problem started much earlier.
Exactly. It's not about working harder during the day. It's about starting with a little clarity.
And also, I think we underestimate how quickly our energy goes down. Like in the morning, our mind is fresh, but we use that energy on random things.
Yes, that's a big point. Even small decisions in the morning, like what to check, what to do first, they slowly drain your mental energy.
So by the time you actually start your work or studies, you already feel a bit tired.
Exactly. And then people say, I don't have energy or I can't focus. But the truth is, their energy was already used in those first few moments.
So it's not really about doing too much. It's about doing the wrong things first.
That's a great way to say it. And most of the time, people don't even notice these patterns because they repeat them every day.
Yeah, it becomes automatic. You wake up, pick up your phone, start scrolling, and you don't even think about it anymore.
Exactly. And when something becomes automatic, it feels normal, even if it's not helping you.
So maybe the real question is, what should we do differently in those first few minutes?
Yeah, and before we answer that, I think it's important to understand one deeper thing. Why our mornings feel like this in the first place?
Yeah, because if we don't understand that, we'll just keep trying random things and nothing will really change.
Exactly. And one simple reason is our brain is actually very fresh in the morning, but we don't use that freshness in the right way.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, when you wake up, your mind is clear. But if the first thing you do is start making small, random decisions, like checking messages, opening apps, thinking what to do, your brain starts getting tired very quickly.
Oh, so it's not big tasks that make us tired. It's all those small decisions in the beginning?
Yes, exactly. It's like your mental energy is slowly being used before you even start your actual day.
That actually makes a lot of sense, because sometimes I feel tired very early, and I don't even know why.
Yeah, and another important thing is we don't really end our previous day properly.
What do you mean?
Like we go to sleep with unfinished thoughts, maybe some stress, maybe something we didn't complete, or something we're worried about.
Oh, yes, that happens a lot. Even when I go to bed, my mind is still thinking about things.
Exactly. And then when you wake up, those same thoughts are still there. So your day doesn't start fresh, it just continues from yesterday.
Wow, so it's like we're not really starting a new day. We're just continuing the old one.
Yes, that's a good way to say it. And that's why mornings don't feel calm, they already feel heavy.
And I think the phone also makes it worse.
Definitely, because your brain is already a little full, and then you add more information immediately.
Yeah, messages, social media, notifications. It's too much, too fast.
Exactly. Your brain gets used to that fast stimulation, and then normal, slow things feel boring or difficult.
That's true. Like sitting quietly for even a minute feels uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah, and that's not because you can't do it. It's just because your mind is not used to that calm space anymore.
So it's not really about being lazy or undisciplined.
Exactly. It's more about patterns. The way we start our day every morning slowly creates how we feel and how we behave.
That actually changes the perspective a lot, because instead of blaming ourselves, we can just look at our habits.
Yes, and once you see it that way, it becomes easier to change something small instead of trying to fix everything at once.
But sometimes I feel like all this talk about morning routines is a bit too much. Like everywhere you see these perfect routines, wake up early, exercise, read, meditate, it feels a bit unrealistic.
Yeah, I understand that. And honestly, I agree with you to some extent. A lot of those routines look good, but they're not practical for everyone.
Exactly. And when people try to follow them and fail, they feel even worse. Like, I can't even manage my morning.
That's true. But I think the problem is not routines themselves, it's how people think about them.
What do you mean?
I mean, people think a routine has to be long and perfect, but in reality, even a very simple routine can make a big difference.
So you're saying it's not about doing many things, it's about doing a few things in the right way?
Exactly. Even just starting your day calmly without your phone, that alone can change how you feel.
I see your point, but still, I feel like some people just can't follow routines, like their schedule is different every day.
Yeah, that can happen, but again, it doesn't have to be strict. It's more about having a small pattern, something simple you repeat.
Like what?
Like waking up, taking a few minutes for yourself, not rushing immediately into the world. It doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes or 15 minutes.
That actually sounds much more realistic than those perfect morning videos.
Exactly. Because real life is not perfect, and your morning doesn't need to be perfect either. It just needs to be a little more intentional.
Yeah, I like that word. Intentional. It feels simple but meaningful.
Yeah, and when you start thinking like that, you stop chasing a perfect routine and you start building something that actually works for you.
So maybe the goal is not to control every minute, but just to start the day in a better way.
Exactly. And even one small change can begin to shift everything slowly.
Yeah, and I think this is where people can really start noticing their own habits. Like, what do you actually do in the first few minutes after you wake up?
That's a great question, because most of the time we don't even think about it. We just follow the same pattern every day.
Exactly. So maybe just ask yourself, do you check your phone immediately? Or do you give yourself a little quiet time first?
Yeah, and also, how do you feel in those first moments? Do you feel calm or already a bit stressed and rushed?
And I think another important question is, do you have any idea what your day looks like? Or are you just starting without any clear direction?
Right, because even a small sense of direction can make a big difference. It doesn't have to be a full plan, just knowing one or two important things.
Yeah, I like that. It makes the morning feel less confusing.
Exactly. So maybe just take a moment and think about it. What does your morning really look like?
Yeah, and be honest with yourself. No pressure, no judgment, just notice your pattern.
Because once you see your pattern clearly, it becomes much easier to change it in a simple way.
And I think that's where real improvement starts. Not by forcing big changes, but by understanding your own habits first.
Exactly. And once you understand that, we can start talking about what small changes can actually make your mornings better.
This actually reminds me of something that used to happen to me almost every day.
Oh, really? What was it?
So I would wake up, and the first thing I did was pick up my phone. Just for a few minutes, I told myself.
Yeah, just a few minutes usually becomes more than that.
Exactly. I would check messages, then maybe open social media, and before I knew it, 20, 30 minutes were gone.
And how did you feel after that?
Honestly, a bit stressed. Because now I felt like I was already late, even though I didn't do anything important.
Yeah, that feeling of being behind, it comes very quickly.
Right. And then everything after that felt rushed. Getting ready, having breakfast, even starting work. My mind was already busy.
So the whole day started with that same energy.
Exactly. And the strange thing is, I thought the problem was my schedule. I kept thinking, I need better time management.
But it wasn't really about time management.
No, it was just that one small habit, starting my day with my phone.
So what changed for you?
I didn't try anything big. I just told myself, okay, for the first 15, 20 minutes, no phone. That's it.
Simple, but not easy, I guess.
Yeah, not easy at first. I would still feel the urge to check it. But after a few days, it became a little easier.
And did you notice any difference?
Yes, actually a big difference. I felt calmer, like my mind had space before the day started.
That's interesting. Just one small change.
Yeah, and my mornings didn't feel rushed anymore. I still did the same things, but the feeling was different.
That really shows how powerful those first few minutes are.
Exactly. It wasn't a perfect routine, just one small change, but it changed the whole start of my day.
And that's probably what most people need. Not something big, just something simple that actually works.
Yeah, and I think this is where people make a very common mistake. They try to change everything at once.
Exactly. They see a perfect morning routine and think they have to follow all of it from day one.
And when they can't do it, they feel like they failed. So they just stop trying.
Yeah, and that's why simple works better. Because when something is simple, you can actually repeat it every day.
So instead of asking, what is the best routine? Maybe the better question is, what is one small thing I can do every morning?
That's a great way to think about it. Even something as small as not checking your phone for a few minutes, or just sitting quietly.
Yeah, or even just thinking, what are 2 or 3 important things I want to do today? That alone can give you some direction.
Exactly. It gives your mind a clear starting point, instead of jumping into random things.
And I also feel it's not really about doing more things in the morning.
It's about starting your day in a better way.
Yeah, that's the real idea. A calm and clear start, not a busy and perfect one.
And when you start your day like that, even if the day gets busy later, you still feel more in control.
So maybe just think about your own morning. What is one small thing you would like to change?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be big. Just something simple that you can actually do tomorrow.
And also, what does your morning look like right now? Do you feel calm or do you feel rushed most of the time?
We'd really like to know your experience. What do you usually do first after you wake up?
You can share your thoughts with us, and maybe even one small change you want to try.
Yeah. And now let's quickly look at some useful English from our conversation, so you can start using these phrases in your daily life.
Yes, and we'll do this together, step by step. We'll say a phrase, explain it simply, and then you can repeat it with us.
Exactly. So don't just listen. Try to speak with us.
All right, first phrase is start your day right. It means to begin your day in a good, calm, and positive way.
For example, I want to start my day right, so I don't check my phone in the morning.
Now it's your turn. Say it with us. Start your day right.
Once again, start your day right.
Good. Let's move to the next one. Feel rushed. It means you feel like you don't have enough time and everything is happening too fast.
For example, I always feel rushed in the morning when I wake up late.
Now repeat with us. Feel rushed.
Again, try to say it out loud. Feel rushed.
Nice. Next phrase is clear your mind. It means to make your mind calm and free from too many thoughts.
For example, I like to sit quietly for a few minutes to clear my mind.
Now you repeat. Clear your mind.
One more time. Clear your mind.
All right, next one. Get into a habit. It means to start doing something regularly until it becomes natural for you.
For example, I'm trying to get into the habit of waking up early.
Now repeat with us. Get into a habit.
Once again,
Get into a habit.
Very good. Next phrase is figure things out. It means to slowly understand something or find a solution.
for example, I need some time in the morning to figure things out.
Now your turn. Figure things out.
One more time. Figure things out.
And the last one is take control of your day. It means to manage your time and actions in a better and more intentional way.
For example, I feel better when I take control of my day from the morning.
Now repeat with us. Take control of your day.
One more time. Take control of your day.
Great. And you can see these are very simple phrases, but they are very powerful in daily conversations.
Exactly. You don't need difficult words, just natural expressions that you can actually use.
So try to use at least one or two of these today, maybe when you talk to someone or even when you think in English.
Yeah, and the more you repeat and use them, the more natural your English will feel.
And now, let's move to your speaking practice.
Yeah, this is the most important part, because now it's your turn to speak, not just listen.
Exactly. So we'll ask you a few simple questions, and you can answer them in your own words.
Don't worry about making mistakes. Just try to express your thoughts.
All right. First question is, what do you usually do in the morning?
You can say something like, I usually wake up at 8 a.m. and check my phone.
Or, I wake up, drink water, and then get ready for work.
Good. Now, the second question. Do you check your phone immediately after waking up?
You can answer like this. Yes, I check my phone as soon as I wake up.
Or, no, I try to avoid my phone in the morning.
Okay, the last question. How do you want to start your day?
You can say, I want to start my day in a calm and simple way.
Or, I want to wake up early and feel more organized.
Now, take a moment, pause the video, and try to answer these questions.
Speak slowly, think about your words, and don't rush.
Even if your sentences are simple, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, simple English is good English.
And if you really want to improve your English speaking, you need to do this regularly.
Not just listening, but actually speaking, even if it's just for a few minutes every day.
So if you want to improve your English through real conversations like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
And keep practicing with us in every episode.
So before we finish, let's quickly recap what we talked about today.
Yeah, we talked about how your day doesn't really go wrong suddenly. It usually starts in the morning.
Exactly. And if your morning feels rushed or unclear, the rest of the day often feels the same.
And we also learned that you don't need a perfect or complicated routine.
Just a calm and clear start can make a big difference.
Right. Even one small change, like not checking your phone immediately, can improve your whole day.
And along the way, you also learn some useful phrases like
Start your day right.
feel rushed,
Clear your mind.
get into a habit.
And take control of your day.
So try to remember these ideas and maybe start with one small change tomorrow.
Yeah, just one simple step can begin to change everything.
Exactly. You don't need to change your whole life in one day. Just start small and stay consistent.
And remember, your English also improves the same way, step by step, day by day.
So keep learning, keep practicing, and don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah, give yourself time and trust the process.
All right, we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care and start your next day the right way.
Bye, everyone.